Good evening, everybody. As you can see, that sun is setting low behind me. I'm right by some water here. I'm ready to give you the message for today. Read it, okay, you guys. Today, July 28th. God can be your shield, then no problems of the world can harm you. Between you and all scorn and indignity from others is your trust in God, like a shining shield. Nothing can then have the power to spoil your inward peace. With this shield, you can attain this inward peace quickly, in your surroundings as well as in your heart. With this inward peace, you do not need to resent the person who troubles you. Instead, you can overcome the resentment in your own mind, which may have been aroused by that person. Amen. And that person may even be ourselves. I pray that I may strive for inward peace, and I pray that I may not seriously be upset, no matter what happens around. Now, my brothers and sisters, I love you dearly. I can't tell you how much I love you. And if there's ever a time or a day or a moment when you're struggling with something so much, I'm asking you and I'm begging you and pleading with you to stop, to pray, to give it to God, to communicate with the higher power, whatever, however that is, and whatever that looks like to you, my friend, my brother, or my sister, whether you're struggling or not. And today was one of those days where I just needed to stop. I needed to pray. I needed to meditate. Oh, there's a car. And after I did that, after I prayed and I meditated, I had to ask myself what I was angry about. I get this idea in my brain when I'm in recovery, right? This idea, this long-term goal of wanting to stay in recovery. So every little thing that I learn every single day, I look at it as an opportunity to learn and to grow. And so if I'm going through something like anger, resentment, vengefulness, it's kind of this road rage mentality. Because I had two people today God was teaching me some lessons today, and I'll share this real quickly with you. Now, God was trying to teach me today some lessons, and those lessons were patience, kindness, maybe some humility. Okay, so when God is trying to teach me those lessons, it's front and center in my life because that's what I'm dealing with. So when road ragers come on and they're riding on your tail, what's the best thing we can do is probably just try to ignore them for as long as you can. But if it's an unsafe condition, then you need to either try to get away from that, and if that thing follows you, then you just need to figure out a way to de-escalate the situation. And we don't ever want to escalate the situation. So today I had that happen on the road, and then I got home and some stuff at home was awry. So I went from the road to home, and it was tough. But I'm telling you guys, look at that. It doesn't get much better than this, my brothers and my sisters, my friends, my family, my people that I love dearly. There's a lot of distractions out there. But when you come into a peace, like we talk about in our book, when you come into that peace, that understanding that God's got your back, and that you can use that relationship with God as a shield, it'll back you up. You'll back it up. You'll have it front and center. It'll protect you. Now, I'm not talking about some magical thing. This isn't magical at all. This is divine indeed, and I ask you guys to call on it today. So as we learn in our 24 hours a day book, one lesson each day, because we're taking it day by day by day, right? Now, August 10th of this next month will be 13 years for me sober and clean. Okay, now that is a huge milestone. But as I come up to that milestone, what am I doing in these 13 years of recovery? Am I helping people? Am I assisting, helping? That's what I see recovery as. I don't see it just as myself anymore and staying clean for just me. I'm staying clean for many, many, many more people than just myself. Now, my family, my kids, my loved ones, my dear family and friends. But ultimately, I'm staying sober because I know God needs me. He needs us. He needs his foot soldiers on the ground doing the work that he needs us to do, which is his will for us, and however we see fit in our life to walk that out, right? Not how we see fit, but how God sees us in the grand scheme of things. And so you guys, this life that we call an adventure, a journey, we can do it sober and we can do it clean. I'm telling you guys, it's possible. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Now, God bless you. May he bless you today. Have a good Friday.